So, my first question. Who knows what all this stuff is called?
Science.
Who knows? You gotta raise your hand. Brooke, what is it called?
Science.
Science. Yeah. Anyone else? Sadie?
Protection.
Protection. How did you know that?
Well,
Did your mom tell you? Or you just are smart?
I'm just smart.
You're just smart. Okay. All of this stuff, it's 3 words, and one of those words is protection. The first word is personal. So everybody say personal.
Personal.
The second word is protection. Say protection.
Protection.
And the third word is equipment. Everyone say equipment.
Equipment.
So I'm going to say it all, then you can say it all. Personal, protection, equipment.
Personal protection equipment.
Oh, that's a long name. So what does personal start with? Who knows? What letter?
P.
Ella, right? Emma.
P.
P. Okay. Who knows what protection starts with? Protection. Brooke?
P.
P. And who knows what equipment starts with? Sadie?
E.
E. So PPE. Can you say that?
PPE.
Yes. Very good. PPE. That's what this is called. PPEs. Okay, that's a lot easier than personal protection equipment. Now, why in the world do scientists wear this stuff? Who knows?
To protect.
To what?
To protect their body from.
To protect their bodies. That's right. Okay, let's get more specific. Sadie, pick one item, and what does it protect?
This.
Your lab coat?
Yeah.
Okay, what does it protect?
It protects your body, skin, and the glasses protect.
Nope, just one. Your lab coat protects your body, your skin, and what's underneath here?
Shirt.
Your shirt, your clothes. Okay, your lab coat protects your arms, your skin, and your clothes. Okay, someone else, pick one item and tell me what it protects. Reston.
Safety glasses.
Safety glasses, what do those protect?
Our eyes.
Our eyes are very important, right? Okay, what else? Brooke? Your mask?
Yeah, mine got broken.
Okay, what does our mask protect?
No.
Your mouth, your face. Yeah, and sometimes if you're doing an experiment and you don't want to breathe on it, it'll keep your breath from going on it, right? But it protects your face. Okay, we have one more item left. Who knows what it is and what it protects? Chloe.
Protects your fingers.
Which item?
Your gloves.
Your gloves, they protect your fingers and your hands, right? Because if we do some experiment that's gross, we don't want to get our hands dirty,
We
right?
can wash them.
We could wash them, but it's a lot faster to just take them off. Or sometimes you use chemicals and it could burn. So this gives you some protection. We're not going to use any chemicals in here that are going to burn us.
No.
But
Like
we're,
hot
we're, so what is all of it called? 3 letters. All of it is called
PPE.
PPE. Yeah, if I do that, you can like all answer. So what's all of it called?
PPE.
PPE, that's right. And who knows what we are going to be studying for our VBS? Who knows what we're going to be studying?
Balloon and that.
No, that's going to be our experiment. But what is the topic? Has anyone seen the title? Investigating.
Oh, investigating animals?
No.
Because there's animals right behind you.
We will be talking about animals. That is good observation, and scientists need to be observant. Brooke, what do you know we're going to be investigating?
No, but I just want to tell you.
Nope. What are we investigating? What are we investigating? Brother Steve kind of talked about it. What are, anyone know? You got a guess, Sawyer?
How we're gonna try to make things. Can you give us a hint?
Sawyer said it, but she didn't say the word, but you got it. Creation. Do you know what creation is? What is creation? Who knows? What's creation? Sawyer, you shook your head. What's creation?
When you make things.
When you make things, okay? Has anybody ever wondered, like you're curious and you're like, where did we come from? Where did the world come from? Why do we do everything we do? Have you ever wondered that?
Nope.
No, you never wondered that? No? Maybe because you already know.
Because it's Jesus.
Yes, Jesus made everything.
Save
But-
the road.
Do I even need to teach y'all then?
Nope.
Wow. Okay. You already know. How, all of you, this is your first time coming, but the rest of y'all have been here before. We are going to be talking about creation and how we created things. And like Brother Steve told y'all, some people think there was like, big explosion, and that's where everything came from.
And
But
also
we
people.
know,
No.
we know that that's not what happened because we have the Bible. Okay, the Bible is God's word. Okay, now for us to believe that this is true, there should be some evidence. You know what evidence is? Like proof. You need some proof that this is true. And there is lots of proof that the Bible is true. Okay? So we're not going to go into all of that. That's a totally different VBS. But we're going to be learning what the Bible says. Okay.
Bible says.
Now I have another question.
Oh.
If you wonder something, you don't know the answer, what do you do? What do you do if you don't know the answer and you wonder something? Sadie?
You think, and you keep thinking until you figure it out.
Oh, so if you want to know what 6 times 82 is, you just keep thinking until you figure it out? What would you do if you wanted to know? You're like 6 times 82. I wonder what would you do, Blaine?
Ask for help.
Ask for help. Who would you ask? Who would be your first person to ask if you wonder anything? You don't know the answer. Okay, maybe not the first person, just one person. Who's one person you would ask for help if you wonder something?
Your teacher.
Your teacher. Okay, who else can we ask? Brooke?
Your mom.
Your mom. Yeah. Yeah. Who else, Sadie?
Your friend.
Your friend. Maybe your friend will know some things you don't know. But we ask people that might know more than us, right? If we wonder and we don't know. Now, okay, if we're wondering, how did the world begin? Who are we going to ask? Who do we ask? Brooke?
Baby Jesus. You ask God and pray.
Okay. Was anybody here when the world was created? Did anybody see it? Did anybody see it?
No.
No? Chloe?
No.
Who has our grandmas and grandpas, right? They've lived a long time, so they know a lot. Anyone have a grandma or grandpa? Some of us do, yeah. Okay. Were they here when the world was created?
No.
No. The world was created like 6,000 years ago. They're not that old. Right? They're not 6,000 years old to see that the world was created. So we can't ask anybody who saw it, right? But the Bible gives us the answer. The Bible gives us the answer. Some of you have memorized a verse that has the word create in it. Does anyone remember a verse in the Bible that says, it's going to be our memory verse for today. It's Genesis 1:1. Have you learned that? In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Very good. So everyone repeat after me. Say Genesis.
Genesis.
Does anyone know what Genesis means?
No.
No? You have a guess? If you were to guess, what does Genesis mean? Anyone got a good guess?
I think it means I think
That's a good guess. It means beginning. Genesis means beginning. Can you say that? Genesis means beginning. Say it one more time.
Genesis means beginning.
Yeah. And guess what? It's at the beginning of our Bible. And it talks about the beginning of the world. And everything, the beginning of everything. So repeat after me one more time. Genesis 1:1.
Genesis 1:1.
Okay. In the beginning,
In the beginning,
God created.
God created the heavens and earth.
You gotta repeat. So let's start back over, okay? Only repeat after me right now. Genesis 1:1.
Genesis 1:1.
In the beginning,
In the beginning,
God created
God created
the heaven and the earth.
the heaven and the earth.
Yes, very good. Where can we find that? Who knows?
At the end of Genesis.
In Genesis. Genesis what? Genesis, Brooke?
1:1.
Genesis 1:1. Very good. That means chapter 1, verse 1. It is the very first sentence in the Bible. What does it say? I know we only practiced it a couple times, but a few of y'all have already worked on it. Brooke, you know what the whole thing is?
Genesis 1:1.
Genesis 1:1, and it says, in the,
Beginning.
Sawyer?
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Yes. So repeat after me again. Genesis 1:1.
Genesis 1:1.
In the beginning, God created
In the beginning, God created
the heaven and the earth.
the heaven and the earth.
Can we do it all? It's a long sentence. Let's see if y'all can do it. I'm going to say all of it, then you say all of it, okay? Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
Genesis 1:1. God created the heaven and the earth.
Good job, but you missed 3 words. In the beginning. Okay, so let's try it again. Genesis 1:1. God created. I skipped it too. I did the same thing y'all did. Okay. We all mess up, don't we? That's why we got to trust God, because God doesn't mess up. Humans, we mess up. We say the wrong thing sometimes. Even if we know it, we forget. Okay, so rewind. Let's say the whole verse all together, and we're going to include the words in the beginning, right? Okay, so let's say it together. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Very good. We're going to practice that again at the end. So, we're going to talk about, like Brother Steve said, that there are some people that think there was just an explosion and it happened. But, Miss Shirley, can we borrow your phone for just a second? Look at this. This is an amazing thing, right? Has anyone ever played with one of these? A phone or a tablet? I think most of you have. Now, could that just like something just explode and it becomes a phone that works, that we can call and text and take pictures?
No.
What if I hit 2 things together? What if I hit my clipboard and my pencil? Can that make something? Like a phone?
No.
Something really like amazing and designed really well? No, you can't just make something like this appear out of nothing. Thank you, Miss Shirley. So, what about people? Have you ever looked at somebody's eyes? Just their eyes. Have you ever looked in the mirror at your own eye? Anyone? Yeah? Eyes are super amazing. They can see things, and they're like different colors, and that's just the outside, right? They're very, very amazing things. So it doesn't even really make sense that two things could just, and that people could happen, right? There had to be a designer, just like the phone. We know somebody had to design it. Somebody had to create it, make it, yeah? Yeah? When we look at people, we should see people are amazing. They can think, they can see, they can talk, smell, hear, feel. Someone had to design them. Who was that someone?
Jesus.
Sawyer.
God.
God. God created us. Jesus is correct also. Because God and Jesus created us. In His image. Kind of like Him. People are special, and we're going to get to that later. Because each day we're going to study a different day of creation, because God created different things on different days. But it's important that we know who created everything. And who is that? Who created everything, like the trees, the earth, the people? Who created? Everyone can answer. Everyone answer. All together. 1, 2, 3. Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit. Okay? Or we can say God, and it includes the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay, so you're all correct. Yes. God or Jesus created everything, right? And the things that He didn't create with His Word, He gave us material and we created, like this table or these gloves, right? He gave us the material and we made it from what He gave us. Now, if I say, get something out of my hands, okay, and make whatever you want. You want to take something, create whatever you want. What are you going to create? Here, I'm going to throw in you. Make whatever you want. What are you making? Why do you look confused?
I'm making a car, a fake car, a toy car.
Can any of y'all make something? No, because there's nothing there. You can't make something out of nothing, because we're people. Only God can create out of nothing.
Yep.
Only God. No one else, nothing else can create out of nothing. Do you have a question, Sadie?
I made a balloon.
Let's see it.
It's not here. It flew up to the ceiling.
Where'd it go?
Right there.
You didn't make that balloon. Nope. God did. Now, can we see God?
No.
No.
God can see us.
Can we feel Him?
No. We
No,
only
not
can
like
feel him.
physically.
We only can feel him in our heart.
Right, but we can't like feel Him on our skin or with our hands, right? We can't feel Him that way. And some people think since they can't see God with their eyes, like see Him
But
or
we
feel
can-
Him with their skin, some people think God's not real. But we know God is real, and we're gonna do a little science experiment to just kind of as an example, okay? Can anybody see the air? You see the air?
No. No. But I do smell
I
it.
don't believe the air is there. Is the air there?
Yeah, I could.
You can't see it.
Well, okay.
Can you feel it? Is it pushing on your hand? Can you feel it?
No, but we can feel it cold.
You can feel what happens to it when it gets cold. Everyone take a deep breath in. We feel what it did to our body, right? Yeah. So there's ways that we know air exists, even though we can't see it and we can't feel it. So who's ready for a science experiment?
Me.
Okay. Now, question. Do you think we can weigh air?
No.
No? Anybody say yes, I think we can weigh air?
Yes.
Allison said yes. Who says no, I don't think we can weigh air?
No.
Okay. We're going to do an experiment to find out. Okay? Y'all ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called ecstatic.
It is not static. So when we do experiments, it is very, very important that you follow the instructions, right?
And the rules.
The rules, yeah, follow the rules, the instructions. Now, if you just try to do it all by yourself, and you don't follow the rules, you don't follow the instructions, are you going to know what to do?
No.
Is your experiment going to come out right?
No.
No, probably not. Okay? So I'm going to have Miss Shirley and Mr. Eli pass out our materials. Okay? And then we are going to see if we can weigh air. Balloon, and we are going to blow up the balloon. Okay? But one of our lab instructors can blow up the balloon with this, because we don't want our saliva or our spit to get on there or in there. We don't want to weigh that. We want to weigh just the air. Okay? So we're going to pass out a ruler and 2 balloons that are the exact same. Everybody has beautiful balloons. Okay. Now, I think there's a hole in everyone's ruler in the middle. You see the hole in the middle?
Yeah.
It's right below the 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the middle. Okay. So look at me. After you find your hole, look at me. Okay. And don't do it yet, because I'm showing you so you know what to do. I want you to balance it on your finger. Okay. So everyone try to do that. If you put your finger right underneath the hole, you should be able to balance it. And if it's not straight, you need to scoot your finger over a little bit. And you want it flat, because if it's tipping, we won't be able to, we're going to set the balloons on there. Have you ever, like if I push on this side, what happens?
It falls over.
It's going to go like this. So have you ever seen something, you weigh things by putting 2 things on the side, and whichever way it goes, it's heavier? Have you seen something like that before? Okay. And what if it's straight like this? What does it mean for each thing? Sawyer?
It means they're both heavy as the other one.
They're both as heavy as the other one. They're the same weight. They weigh the same, right? They're equal. Okay, and if we've got something over here and it pulls it down, what does it mean? If it comes down,
It's heavier.
it's heavier. Yes, very good. So if it comes down, this side, right, the side that comes down is heavier, and this side is lighter, right? Okay, that makes sense to everyone? So if you put 2 things the exact same, if they weigh the same, what should this do?
Stay straight.
It should be straight, okay? We have 2 balloons the exact same, right? Yeah? Are both of your balloons the exact same?
Mine can't be because I.
Well, they're the same, it's just a
They're
different
the
color.
same. Some of them might be different colors, but they're the same size. Are they the same size? They came out of the same bag, okay? So I want you to lay them on your ruler, okay? And you gotta do the same on each side, okay? Lay them on the ruler, just like the long ways, I think is the easiest way to make them lay, okay? And then, after you get them on the ruler, then I want you to try to balance it again, to make sure that these balloons weigh the same. This is going to be hard to make them not fall off. Can anyone do it, or are we going to have to tape them down first?
I think we need to tape them down.
Because this is hard. If you get it, we're going to start to blow up your balloon. And these 2 are the same, right? You already saw me do that. Blow it up. Now we can see the air, right? We see what the air does. Here you go, Eli.
It blows it up.
It blew it up. There's air in there, right? Okay, now y'all are gonna watch me weigh it. Y'all already saw both of my balloons weighed the same.
Yeah.
What's the difference between these two balloons?
They don't weigh the same.
We don't know yet. Sawyer?
One doesn't have air in it and the other one does.
Exactly. One does not have air, the other one does. Do you think they weigh the same still?
No.
What do y'all think? They still weigh the same?
No, it's not. No.
Does air weigh? Does it have mass? Can we weigh it?
No.
Who says, yes, I think air can be weighed?
Air can be weighed.
A few of y'all changed your mind. How many of you say, no, I don't think the air weighs anything?
No.
And how many of you say, I really don't know? I didn't guess either. Okay, a couple of y'all. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get 2 pieces of tape that are the exact same. Okay, because we don't want to weigh the tape, we want to weigh the air. So make sure my 2 pieces of tape are the same. Because you thought it was hard to balance your balloon with just the balloon, it's really hard with the, to put this on there. Okay, so we tape it to the very end. We tape it to the very end. And then I'll tape this one to the very end. Raise your hand if you think it will be flat when we balance it. They'll be the same. Who thinks they'll be the same? It'll be flat. Okay, who thinks the empty balloon with no air will be heavier? Anyone think this one will be heavier? No? Okay, does anyone think the balloon with the air will be heavier? Will this one be heavier?
No.
Okay, we're weighing air. Let's see what happens. Which one's heavier?
That one.
Did we just weigh air?
Yeah.
We did. Air weighs. Right.
Yeah. Good back.
That is crazy. Now to really prove something, okay, scientists have to do it over and over and over. That's why each one of y'all are going to do it.